I really need an SSD so this doesn't take so long to load. Okay. Hi Metal, how's it going? I didn't know I'd have people competing for first place. Welcome in. Did you get some good sleep, Metal? And hi, Melted Igloo. How are you doing? Okay, so what was the last time I played? That was like... Wait, am I drifting sideways? I am drifting sideways. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so... Why was I in this ship again? Just getting these stations for missions? Oh, you're trying to find the illegal missions from Vigor? Is that what you're saying? Did you do the storyline for the Astrid and now you're minus 30? Because there's an easy way to get that back if that's what happened. Or did you just kill them enough that they hate you now? Because like you can totally get a minus 30 from doing the Astrid mission and then completely wipe them out, let them come back, do that one thing you have to do, and it resets your standing back to where it was. Wait, really? That's so weird for me. I blew up all their stations and it didn't fix the rep. And then I paid the money and I own all of their sectors. And when I paid the money, it fixed the rep. That's so bizarre. Alright. So now, to figure out what the fuck I was doing... Oh, I think I was going over here to pick up all those drops. You blew up a ship before you started the Adder stuff. I mean, blowing up a single ship shouldn't put you at minus 30. But I remember after doing the Avarice quest, I was like, I'm not paying that. And then I realized all my trade ships were getting shot to pieces in Talati space. So I was like, okay, fine. Actually, I think I more went to, I'm just going to destroy their ships and everything will be fine again. And it didn't work out. Oh, right. I get to work. Alarms are going off on my phone. Beans. Hi, Archangel. How are you doing today? I know this is a bit earlier than I usually get on, but I was like, you know what? I feel like streaming today, and I know my girlfriend's gonna be away all day, so I was just like, why not? I don't know if I'm gonna do a stream pretty much all day today or not, but I may try. Loafing about. Loafing is always good. Magic lit. Trying to see if I can get the rest of the parts for the what is that thing called again? Wait. Am I really confused on where apparently I am. Okay. Trying to see if I can get the last piece to Seda piece. I do not have Seda on this save. Yeah, I basically woke up at 11 o'clock like normal, fell back asleep, woke up naturally at 12, did a couple things, tried to do something with my medical leave insurance stuff, but their website is currently down, so I can't eat breakfast. And then I was like, I think I'll start streaming and probably stream all day. Archangel, I actually have not been streaming much lately. I have not been feeling great. Okay, why are you not turning?
Is that the best you've got?
Oh, I need to turn this back on, don't I? For it to actually stop. Because otherwise I'm just overshooting the gate by a lot. Okay. I'm feeling actually a lot better than I was last night. I don't feel like someone's quite shoving a spear in my spine now, so that's good. Yes, he does. Alright.
You really didn't want to do that.
That sure is a lot of missiles.
Go away.
Hey Cosmic, how's it going? I am doing much better than yesterday. Oh, that's not good. I definitely don't want to hit that. We might see another big boom in just a moment with that destroyer right there, because I don't know if you can see it on the stream that well, but right here there is a little mine that's sitting there. I actually probably wouldn't have noticed it if I didn't see it drifting because someone flew past it. But yeah, there is a mine sitting right there, probably xenon. Actually, I might be able to target if I scan. Yep, we've got the little thingy there. So. And then I muted myself by accident. I think that's it. Oh, that's something else. That's a different mine. Okay. There's a bunch of mines out here, apparently. But this mine? It's that mine. There we go. How close do I have to be to identify that thing? Well, that's not a friend or foe, that's just a tracker. Thought it was a friend or foe mine. Interesting. Oh, that's Argon Federation. I won't actually shoot at it then. Great, I'm probably gonna get hit by it. Argon, why are you using tracker mines?
Prepare to eat vacuum. Xenon spotted. Striking.
I'm having to use all my shields to get away from this mine. Since it's... maybe I can... Why can't I mark this mine as an enemy so that my guns would shoot it because it's trying to kill me? That's so stupid. Why would you use a tracker mine, you idiot Argon?
Engaging.
That is so stupid. Use friend or foe mine, especially if you plan on flying through the area. Oh yeah. Anyway.
I'm going to wipe you out.
Using like 50 Cobras when the pilot just won a surrender. That's one thing I think about sometimes. Like I think I remember once in X3, I don't know if it actually happened or if I just had an X3 dream because I played it a lot, and I communicated with an Argon transport, and I told him to surrender, and he was like, okay, and I was flying in an Odysseus destroyer. Oh god, hold on. Anyway, where was I? And the guy was like, okay, and he jumped out of his ship and I took it. But I don't know if I dreamt that or if it actually happened. But sometimes I feel like just asking someone to surrender when you're in a massive destroyer or something should just make them surrender. Alright, let's see. Anyway, we picked up some nice shiny stuff, so why don't we go back to, wait, you went to a different spot than I did. Let's go back to Empire Management and not just picking up stuff on the ground. Help if I go up the ladder?
Vanguard.
Alright. Where are you? Going. Oh no, I don't want you to go back over there. Good thing I checked before I let her fly all the way over there. Head over here in Argon Prime, it should be safe there. Oh, Born Bilateral Battle Group. Good, they're here. But why do they only have a shark and not anything else? That's very strange. Okay, so... and sort my stuff. There we go. And let's go to... where do I want to go to? Well, Trinity Sanctum 2. What? Oh, the docking must not actually be built yet. Alright,
The
let's
ship
go
will be
there.
undocking soon.
See, plan build. Gain is a hell of a dream, hard to remember reality from dreams. Are we seeing the X4 is cocaine? Or I guess that was X3. Oh wait, that was in a reference to what I was just saying, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, I've seen people repeatedly state that the X series is kind of drug-like because you completely lose your life to it. But yeah. Yeah, we have M docking, but we don't have S docking yet. That'll come up over here.
Entering system.
Is that
Silent
basic
witness.
or... Yeah, it's basic. It's the ugly one. I need to get the better than basic looking one. So actually, instead of where we're going now, let's go do that. Because I want my docking areas to be prettier.
Entering system. Profit Center
So we're gonna
Alpha.
fly over to Missouri. I like how it's a whole tech trader, but it's buying advanced electronics.
Right promise.
Okay. You know, I wish X4 was reality and I could be a billionaire this easily. Paperwork? Why would you want to do paperwork? What kind of weirdo are you, Metal? I don't even remember what this station is. I don't remember building this station.
Entering system.
The station does not appear to be very successful. Well, it's selling silicon. Does not seem to be selling a lot of tellurium. I could also build a refined metals and sell refined metals alongside. Maybe I'd be a little more successful in that respect. Although anyone wanting refined metals would probably only be the Paranid. I don't know how they are doing refined metals wise. I know they had a shortage of hull parts, but I'm already filling that now. That thing's still a failure. Can't believe I made a solar power plant that massive, thinking it would be very successful, and then it completely failed. Although it's definitely supplying this station, and as I build more stations, I guess it'll do fine. Maybe I should buy an intermediary station, or build intermediary stations along Terran space to just transfer the E-cells to. That could be a good plan. Can't wait to see the new offices that they've put in. Let's get the standard right.
Good profit to you.
Let's see. Is there anything else I want while I'm here? Yeah, I'm not gonna want those for a while. Do I have the admin? Yes, I do. Habitation, yeah, I can't afford that yet. I wish I could afford that. Advanced composite. I think there was someone who needed advanced composites. This engine part? Oh, right, I'm doing the Teladi engine parts, aren't I? Yeah, that's right. Okay, advanced composite. Swampland. Space weed. Scanning array, shield component. Yeah, it can be. There's definitely ways to get a boost on money, but I always felt like for newer people, it's better to figure out how to make the money yourself starting out, because I feel like it's a learning experience and it helps you later on, rather than just going and finding the destroyer that's lost in space, taking that and going and selling it like a lot of older players do. Running little missions. But yeah, one thing I would probably do, just as a way to like start out, is once you're able to buy a miner, set up the miner to do repeat order for selling some sort of mineral to refineries, and that'll give you a small income. Then you get another, then you buy another miner and another. And then once you start being able to buy medium miners, you start building those and doing the same thing with those. And that'll give you a good starting income, and then you can start working on small space stations and stuff.
Good profit to you.
Another thing you can do is buy, once you have good enough standing with a faction, you can buy their police license. And you can actually make quite a bit of money, like destroying Xenon, like at Hatikva's Choice 1. See, I want to do this before they get spilt. So I want it to be a prettier docking bay. Alright. Here we go. Actually, wait, did I just... No, there's already one here. That'll be fine then. It'll get the production slowly going. Okay, do we have all the resources? Huh, we are short a very small amount on everything. And how did that happen? I don't know. Whatever. Oh, right, because I put a slightly different docking in there that costs slightly more to build. That's why that would do it, wouldn't it? But yeah, little missions is a good way too. Another thing you can do is hang out like at Hatikva's Choice 1. Or was it 2? I can't remember what it is ever. Over here, Hatikva's Choice 1, just hang out over here, and you see all these little boxes here. You can scoop those up and sell them, and every now and then you'll find a programmable field array. It's hard to find one, with how much stuff is over there. But every now and then you'll find spacefly eggs are good too. If you get enough of those, you can make caviar and sell it for 1 million. I think it takes 24 or 25 to make caviar. But yeah, every now and then one of these boxes will be a programmable field array, and you can sell that for 100,000 each, which will help with making money as well. And that could be one way to get started. Here we go, programmable field array right here. I knew there'd be one. Anytime there's a bunch of boxes laying out in a battle area, there's always a programmable field array, or mostly always. Alright. Hold on, someone's messaging me real quick. Alright. Oh yeah, that's that defense station Argon wants me to build. I can't afford to build a defense station right now, but I will be able to later. Alright, let's see. What am I doing over in Hiwa's Twin? Is that a safe place for you to be? I guess Hiwa's Twin isn't that unsafe, especially for a miner. Because the pirates don't care about the minerals for some reason. Did I do this data vault? I don't think I did this data vault.
The ship will be undocking soon.
Alright, let's see how you're running. Okay, so that one seems to be very successful. Wait, U40. And now I have one more. Let's see. So if that's the case, how are the Teladi doing? Oh, that's not good. God, I really wish I keep hating that I'm doing a military-only run and put all these restrictions on myself. Okay, so they're still struggling with advanced electronics and weapons components. And I still need to start building shield components too. How are they doing with field coils? Or field coils are here. Okay. I mean, it's a lot better than it was. They actually have them now, which is a major improvement from where it was before. You are still struggling with weapon components. Got it. But you're going to need a lot more of them because you have a lot more weapons per amount of everything else. Boron drone. Royal Trader Sturgeon. But yeah, I noticed when I started up X4, I saw someone else was playing it on Steam, and so I moused over the little icon and it popped up your name. I was like, hey, he started finally.
I was asked to drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
Oh, hell yes, Terran Intervention Corps. That'll take care of that. Are those the only fighters you got? Come on, you can drop more fighters than that into this. Argon Behemoth alongside Terran Intervention Corps Tokyo working together? This is very strange.
Entering system. Right promise.
Okay, let's see. Fallen families. I'd like to figure out how to raise my fallen family's standing, but I have yet to ever find a fallen family station. Let's see, free families is only +5. Probably want to increase that at some point.
Entering system. Trinity Sanctum.
Actually, I guess I don't need to increase that piece. They'll sell me a trade ship regardless of my standing, as long as it's not in the negatives. Ministry of Finance. I do want to raise my Ministry of Finance up, but that should happen automatically with the trade I've got going on. Riptide is 0. Sikaris, Terran, Vigor. Syreth is still -9. Oh yeah, I think I got it up to -9 so that I could save them and then realize that they were unsavable at that point. Ah, it's a Nister. How are you doing, Sir Nister? Mr. Nister. You didn't expect to see me on this early, did you? So I should sell some of these programmable field arrays. I've got 2 flux capacitors. Do I have a damage singularity engine time?
Awaiting orders.
No, I do not. Nestor, do you want to just slip a damage singularity engine time accelerator into my inventory? Yeah, I got up this morning and just felt like streaming, and I was like, maybe I'll just stream all day. And so that's what I might be doing. Somebody's not having a fun time. Oh, cock. Or as Nestor says, angry D4s. Oh wait, I'm already at my destination, aren't I? Okay. I don't think I could do that actually. I've done it on occasion.
Data vault.
Well, this is weird. Some of the doors are open. Oh, is this that one that bugged out and I couldn't finish it or whatever? Or felt like it bugged out? Yeah, it looks like I started it but didn't finish it for some reason. I don't understand. Or does this mean that I did it on another save if it's partially opened?
Pegasus. Vanguard.
And so I can still do it to get the loot on it. I just can't get the data part of it. Alright, let's see.
Data vault.
Ah, there's one right there. Yeah. I don't think I could do that actually. I think anything except ships and paint mods requires the adventure to retrieve it. And you know, now no ventures, so... Oh wait, and you now no ventures. And good to hear you're feeling like streaming everything else under control now. No. I'm just back on a partial medical leave, so I actually have the energy now to do it. You know, it is kind of interesting having the old X3 and X2 music in this game because I like them. They're good songs, but it's also kind of weird sometimes because they don't fit the feel of the X4 songs, so having X4 songs and X3 songs feels kind of weird sometimes. But they're all good. These, like, a lot of the X3 and X2 songs tend to be more like feeling like you're in this strange empty void or whatever. You know what I mean? And the X4 songs feel more like music than just emptiness. So I think I've opened everything and I found nothing, so I'm guessing this means one I've done on another file. I've been playing since X2 The Threat. X2 The Threat came out in... Mr. might actually be able to say that before I can. X2 The Threat... Was X2 The Threat really released in 2003? So yeah, X2 The Threat came out in 2003, and I've been playing X ever since. And let's see. X2 was pre-Steam, so if we go to X3, I've got 666.6 hours in X3 Reunion. I have 809.4 hours in X3 Terran Conflict. I've got 1,878.1 hours in X3 Albion Prelude. And the game I'm playing, X4 Foundations, I have 1,339.3 hours. So I'm not sure if you meant like total time or if you meant like how many years I've been playing them for, but I guess I gave you both. And I didn't like X Rebirth, so I only have like 30 something hours in that one. Let's see. X Rebirth is 31.5 hours. Next to Farming's Legacy, they had this weird new system in it that I could not figure out. And I couldn't progress past like the first 3 sectors you're locked in since I couldn't figure it out. So I only have 4.8 hours in that one. But I think that one was free because it was basically X3, but with some modded content that Ubisoft basically released as an actual game.
Docking granted.
Yeah, that's right. It has to be from this way if I want to do it, because I have to like there we go. I love how you can just crash into the ship as long as you can pass through it enough in the right direction, you can still get inside. Pretty much an expert at X4? I don't know. Our Tulip knows everything X4. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, like, literally 1,200 hours in. There was this basic thing with repeat orders that I didn't know I could do, and just, like, found out. So like if we go down here, see, and do this. Wait, where is that ship? Wait, I think I abandoned mining over there because it was too dangerous. So they're mining it somewhere else now. Oh, there's the ship I'm trying to select. So we go to information here and we go to orders. Like, I knew you could mine. I would set mine, sell, mine, sell, mine, sell, mine, sell, figuring it would mine what I needed and then sell it. But I did not know before that you could set multiple destinations for selling. So I would set a mine and then I would set a bunch of different sale destinations as separate orders. So if one of them filled up, it would fail that order and go to the next one. But if you give it multiple destinations, it's not failing orders constantly and stuff. And it's probably... I saw people on Reddit only just figured out you can right click in the ship builder. Seriously? Only just found out? How long have they been playing? Only 70 hours or something? And I remember I was watching one person stream, and like if you right click here and attack multiple objects, I would do that and I would see nothing happen. But then one day I saw this guy and he did this, and it was like, that's how you do it. Except I don't think that worked. But anyway, let's remove that order before we suicide our mining ship. Okay, so it looks like our ships are being attacked here too, which we haven't lost any, and I haven't gotten any alerts about them being attacked, so it must not have been very significant. But yeah, I've been playing this for quite a while. And I love it. And yeah, I think most people who really like X usually play it for a very long time. I guess that's just how X is. There's so much in it and so many different things you can do that you can be playing for like 1,000 hours and not know how to do the most basic of things, which I think is cool because, you know, you're playing this game for 1,000 hours and then you're like, wait, I can do this? True. Like at my old hospital, it was like a little tiny in the middle of nowhere hospital, and like, you know, everything I saw I had seen before. It was nothing new. But at my current hospital, it's like a really big major hospital, and like they send a lot of like really bad patients from other parts of the region like to this hospital. And so I will see things I have never even heard of. You know, like every month I will probably see something I've never even heard of in my life. And I think that's cool. So then I get to learn about new stuff. I don't know. Actually, no, it's not the hospital House works at, because at the hospital that I work at, my department actually exists and isn't run by unqualified doctors. Because in House, if I remember correctly, the doctors are actually doing my job, which is really weird because they're not qualified to do my job. Which is one thing that happens in a lot of like doctor or nursing shows, is my entire department just doesn't exist, and either the nurses or the doctors are doing it in some weird way that just doesn't make any sense. And then and you know, none of them are qualified. The hospital would get shut down over that alone, and it's just a lot of bullshit. Like and I just can't that's part of like why I can't watch medical shows, because it's like they don't get anything right in them. And like my entire department is run by the wrong people, assuming it even exists. They're not following proper safety procedures. It's like the hospital would get shut down with the rules they were breaking. Hey Guru, how's it going? Welcome in, everyone. Okay. Enjoy feeding the kitty, I guess? I didn't know you had a cat. Wait, yes I did, because you have that redeem where you can get a unique picture of your cat. That's right. Oh, that does not sound like a good combination. There are agencies that do that, Igloo, like JCO and CAP. I'm trying to think of what those stand for. And we get like annual inspections every year to make sure that everything's properly documented, everything's following the rules and everything, and they can even come in without our knowledge or any sort of warning ahead of time, and they can just show up, follow a patient through their entire like medical route or whatever, and check everything they want along the way and have full ability to. They can just walk into your department unannounced once a year and just inspect everything and not give you any chance to like cover anything up, if is part of the reason, I think. But yeah, they can do that. Ruin everything, yeah. I think that's the case with a lot of things. Some games I can't play now because I see all the bodges. I've never heard that word before in my life that they've used to make the games. Like all the like little shortcuts and stuff, or like, what do you mean by bodges? Is that a British word or an English word or something? It sounds like something, it's a word they'd come up with in the UK. In the ook. Are you gonna hate me for calling it the ook? Alright. Anyway. The machine that goes ping? What is the machine that goes ping? Is this a reference to something that I do not understand? Should make a shield component production. Okay. Like, can you give an example of one that like bothers you to the point that you can't play the game? No, I have not. Sorry. I think I only watched Holy Grail and that was it. Will you guys stop scanning my ships? They're not doing anything illegal. Go away. Although there was that one ship that was carrying something illegal, and I don't know how or why that ship carried something illegal, but they did. Let's see, did we ever get rid of the cock in this sector? Or are they still roaming around? Let's see, how is this one doing? Do I need to add more to it? What kind of numbers are we transferring here? Well, it looks like... Oh, I think I know what it is. There's one sale. We transfer all of it that we can. And then it's too low price to keep doing it. So if I add more to this, it should ideally keep going. Or not, and I don't know what I'm talking about. One of those, right? So if I stick this down here and copy sequence. Ideally, that should give us even more. Meaning of life split into birth, life, death sections, and in the birth section there was a lady in labor and the hospital inspector came around, so everyone rushed to get all the equipment into the room, forgetting the lady in the corner. And very important was the machine that goes ping. I'll try to think of an example. They're not usually that bad. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you literally could not play the game because of it. Ah, there's our beautiful Paranid fleet right there. I love the purple. I can't wait to get them liking me enough that they let me use their purple colors. That'll be lovely. That is a hell of a fleet, though. That's 6 destroyers, 1 carrier, and an auxiliary. I don't think I've ever seen them riding with a carrier with 6 destroyers. I think I've seen like 4 destroyers, but I don't know if I've ever seen 6 before. I guess they're really flourishing with how much I'm pumping into them. And I think that's one of my mining ships cutting right in front of them. Don't get angry at him, he's just crazy. He didn't mean to cut you off. Wait, where am I? Right here. Yep, that's my mining ship cutting right through the Paranid fleet. Hey, Smelly Goat Cheese, how's it going? Really? Because when you said that, I was thinking about certain aspects of X3, like for example, the autopilot. I figured would be something that would bother you based on that. Laura, do you mind letting me pilot for a bit?
Hello.
Thank you. Oh, I missed it. I don't know why it is so hard to hit these. I think they should have been round like they were in X Rebirth. I think that's one of the good things that X Rebirth had that X4 does not. Is the fact that these are flat makes them so easy to miss at higher speeds. If they weren't flat, I feel like you could hit them from the sides more easily, but maybe it was decided to do it this way because they didn't want them to be in the way all the time if you're trying to go across them. I don't know. I know why you put this in the corner here. Okay, so that's definitely not something I would probably understand then. I think it's cool that the auto-saving bar separates the highway from the from the regular space. It's kind of a nice division there, I think.
Entering system. Bright promise.
So much so that I actually took a picture of it. Because I'm a weirdo. But, yeah.
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
Let's see. I don't know where I'm going at this point. Actually, there is something I want to do over here. Aesthetic. So that's the reason for the thing in the corner? It's like, what, like textbook aestheticism or something like that? Like gaming textbook I can't speak. I give up. Okay. Data vault complete. Okay, that is good to know. No, the save bar splitting the screen.
Awaiting orders.
Entering system. 2 grand.
This way, I do have ADVs. That's always good. I don't know why I'm calling them ADVs instead of advanced satellites, but that's good enough. Alright, let's see. I think I can slip in there, pick that up, drop an advanced satellite, and get the hell out. Because when I did this, I could not afford advanced satellites. Oh wow. Oh wow. They are still holding this. I thought they were losing it. Any singularity engine time? Wait, what was that? Was that that was a flux capacitor? Yeah, okay, I've got one of those already. How rare are those damaged engine time singularity supposed to be? Singularity drives supposed to be, because I remember I could swear they were more common than this, but I think I saw one once in this save, and I have not been able to find any more. And these are so far away, I'd probably never make it in time. But yeah, I still have not been able to build my SATA. Hi there, Arapis Longanies. How are you doing today? I don't think I've ever been rated this much before. Welcome on in. That's good. I saw earlier you were playing Star Citizen. I hope your citizenry, whatever you want to call it, went well. Your citizenry? Whatever. I don't know. I'm doing pretty good. Someone cut open my chest yesterday, but I'm fine. I say that because it sounds a lot worse than it was. It was like a 6mm incision. No big deal. My citizenship is stable in the verse. Wonderful. No piracy for you? They don't hate you or try to arrest you on sight or shoot you on sight or anything like that?
Entering system.
It doesn't really sound like your
Open
style
market.
though, so probably not.
Jump gate. Family nuked. S.
Alright. I was gonna come down here. Let's just do this, that'll make it easier.
P.
Okay. Oh shit,
Entering
that is
system.
not a good
Family
station placement.
nuked.
Or maybe it's a very good station placement because it could be much worse. I once placed a station in this game blocking a gate. I wanted to put it there to shoot at incoming Xenon, but I also made it hell to transverse through the sector because every time you came to the gate at high speed, you would crash into the station. Oh yes, X can be very rewarding for a single player experience. Hey, Willow.
Entering system. Family Zin.
I'm gonna crash into that. I don't know why I'm trying to dodge asteroids using just the keyboard, but that's what I'm doing right now. Hey guys, how's it going? You want to be friends? They don't want to be friends. Is that a K? Yeah, that's a K. Maybe the K wants to be friends?
K.
Hi there, Kay. How's it going? You having a good time over here? Oh shit. I might. Okay, good. I thought I was gonna hit the K for a second there. That would have been really bad. I probably would have died. I love the fact that you can just drift in this game. Oops, messed that up. Okay, now they're mad at me. Wait, they rebuilt an equipment dock over here? That's odd placement. But wow, they really cleaned out this sector that well. Yeah, Zyroth is definitely falling, but they're not falling as hard as I expected them to. Cuddle the K for mini hugs. Yes, always cuddle the K. Wait, what? You enjoy giving people crippling addictions. It's a hobby. Okay. Yeah, it's not an I, that is true. For background information on that, Erebus, I keep harassing Nister, telling him that Egosoft needs to make me a plushie Xenon I so I can cuddle a death machine every night. And he keeps telling me they can't do that, so I just have to deal with my lack of death machine cuddling at night. It's really depressing, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do with myself like this. I've learned to live with random Xenon attacks. I do everything around Argon Prime, and I don't have a reason to care about those random sectors. Igloo, you know Talno, right? He had one where the Xenon actually were invading so heavily that they actually started taking out Argon Prime. He got a really rough seed. But yeah, Argon Prime was being attacked by Xenon Ks, and it was like, I think he said like every 5 minutes another K would come through Hatikva's choice, and that they were just unstoppable. Yeah, I could have an eye plushie made. Unknown object, that's probably a mine. Okay, how is Any Sanctum 3 Factory 2 going? Do you have any production on that yet? We have some production in progress. Okay, that's good.
Requesting immediate backup.
Sorry, if you just give Terrans some resources, I have a much easier start, especially with Xenon attacks. You know, the Terrans have hardly done anything in my save. At least that I have seen. And I have this station right here feeding microlattice, metallic microlattice into them, and they actually have a lot of metallic microlattice here. They had none before, but I'm not seeing a lot of Terran stuff pushing out very much. Right, no one wants energy cells anymore because I produce too much in the south, I guess. Maybe. Anyway. So let's see. I wanted to check the northern area as well. I might as well fully scout out this sector while I'm at it. Don't know why, because actually I could maybe own that sector someday. I'm doing a lot better than yesterday, thanks for asking. Terrans. I already read that, yeah. And how are you doing, Willow? I'll be lurking, I have a few things to do. I read that out of order for some reason, but whatever. Enjoy lurking, and I hope you enjoy the things you have to do. If not, I hope they aren't too misery-inducing or something of that sort.
Entering system. Family crit.
Okay, just a bit tired. Well, quit being tired. Ah, shit. It's not good. They're pushing in from the north as well. Well, I'm glad I didn't build that station. That might have actually saved Zyrth from this. But yeah. What just happened? What did autopilot just do? What the fuck was that? Like, I was like, did I accidentally press something? And then I remembered I had... What the fuck? Oh, wait. I think I know exactly what happened. The station isn't assembled yet. But it's still somewhat there. Because you can kind of see the little specks here. Because it's just barely assembled. And I think my ship crashed into the station that was not assembled. And that is insane. That's okay, Nestor. I figured it out. There was a completely logical but reason for it. But that is crazy. I've never seen that before. But it's just like, it just looked like my ship just hit something while being completely still. I mean, hit something and there was nothing there. And it ended up there actually was something there. It was this unassembled Xenon station. That is funny. Alright, you're driving like a lunatic. Let's go. So, like, I literally could have hit that station myself, even. And then I would have been really confused. But that was funny. Even more funny after I figured out what the hell caused it. Hey, Xenon, how's it going? Okay. For those of you who don't know what a Xenon Eye looks like, this is a Xenon Eye. Why is there a shadow right there? Oh, that's a Xenon K. I'm trying to get a good view, Xenon K. Why are you in the way? Yeah, this is the beautiful Xenon Eye. I would really love to fly one of these, but I cannot because they are not flyable because they have no cockpit, because they are completely machined. And they're beautiful. I think so, at least. But yeah, anyway.
System. Rise Defiance.
Alright. Let's go say hi to the Xenon Eye real quick, just for funsies. That way I can crash into it, get myself killed, and lose a lot of progress. Hello, Kay. Hello, Kay. Hello, Eye. How's it going? Are you having a good day today? I love how we have these old model split ships and remains of I think those are newer model Xenon ships. Just drifting in space from a battle from long ago. But yes, this was the sector we did not have explored, isn't it? Oh, that's the station I was looking for right there. I just happened to drift past it. Is that still under
Xenon
assembly?
defense platform.
Oh, they haven't even assembled this one yet. Oh, interesting. Oh wait, is Reese Defiance by default Xenon, or do they have to take the sector themselves? Or is it's probably a neutral sector and they don't have to take it so much as they start out owning, kind of splitting it with the split, right? I'm guessing that they have a defense. Wait, oh wait, that's right, this is that sector. I don't have this fully explored then, because there's more stations here. There's 2 E-cell factories, which means that there's also a shipyard and a wharf in this sector. Oh, you're gonna check for me? Thank you, Nista. I appreciate it. Like, oh, it starts Xenon. Then why are they still building a defense platform? You think they'd already own it? I guess they don't fully start built up, probably to give the split a chance of survival, I guess. I don't know why I'm suddenly struggling to speak words, but I am. And it's weird because I don't normally do this. It seems like a new issue I'm having. I think it's probably due to the medication I'm on now, because I don't think my difficulty in pronouncing words started happening until after I started on these pain meds, which is a really great bleh. I keep like starting to slur my words. But yeah, that's a really good sign for my future of being on these medications. There's another station. Hey, this is Reese Defiance. No, this is... Wait, so why would they have 2 E-cell factories here? Because their shipyards should be in this sector. Unless this one's an exception to the typical rule of 3 Xenon stations. I think this one might be an exception. I'm gonna crash into it. Nope. Okay, that was good. I was about to die. Oh, God. It's like you meddle with the flight simulator yesterday, getting way too close for comfort. BSODS? What's that mean? Is that a developer term or something?
Entering system.
Oh, there's the shipyard right there.
Number 5,
Oh, I found that a lot
8.
faster than I expected. Because I feel like I'm just gonna shoot through the shipyard, which is a really bad idea, honestly. Oh, hey! They're building something here. Oh, right, I don't have it on my thing yet. There we go. Now we can look at it. Yeah, they're in process building a Xenon K. Got the framework in already? Oh, lovely. Oh, that makes me kind of wonder, can you actually see the Xenon cock? Wait, no, because they don't have cockpits, that's right. Yep. This... Is there a ship right there building as well? Because I definitely crashed into something, it felt like. And I got shot, that was not very good. Oh.
Drone 1.
Are they building something? They've got a bunch of drones going through the middle. Alright, well, I almost suicide on the station. I thought that was more of an issue with bigger ships, but apparently flying through the middle is not a good idea. I am definitely going the wrong way. Before going to safety. I can't believe I actually hit it, got shot at, and survived. If there were fighters there, I probably would not have made it out of there. Oh, blue screen of death. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that abbreviated before. There should be one more defense platform, I guess.
Entering system. Zioth's Dominion.
Alright. Oh, orders and assignments.
Hello.
Stop guidance. Alright.
Pegasus. Vanguard.
Gotta repair a bit. There you go.
Docking granted.
Alright, let's see. Can we dock there yet? No, we cannot. Right, because I put the dock at the end because I rebuilt the dock or redesigned the dock, whatever. Still feel like there's a sector I'm missing. I don't know, this whole section right here just feels so empty. Although, I think there is a gate somewhere around here that is not activated yet, so we maybe Timelines will give us something to fill this area. I have no idea. Or maybe we'll fill this area. We also have a gate in Prince's Triumph, I believe, that is not reopened. No comment. I know, I'm not asking for you to comment. I'm just saying that it feels like there's just a hole here, I think, because it's like curving around something almost. So I feel like something someday is going to come in here. Maybe not in Timelines, maybe in some other expansion or DLC, I don't know. But it just feels like something should be there. Now what I really want is I really want to convince the Boron to take this sector. I tried doing it once and reloaded the save because the Boron did not seem to want to do it. And I don't know how to get them to build a defense platform in Heretic's End. Or if they even will build a defense platform in Heretic's End without mods. But I really want them to take this so they will start invading Zyarth. Because if I can get them to start invading Zyarth, because Zyarth is already going to fall to the Xenon. But the Boron being able to push this way, against the Xenon after Zyarth falls will be a lot better than, because the Xenon won't be able to harm their ship production unless they push all the way through here. And with the Boron more long-range destroyer weapons than Zyarth, I feel like they have a lot better chance of actually destroying the stations than Zyarth does. But I don't know. I mean, I could still get the Argon to take this sector easily, and they would push through here, but I don't want them to try pushing through here while they're trying to hold here, because that will split their forces. At least not yet. And if I could do the Paranid reunification, that would be amazing, but I can't. Because that would require military actions, and I can't do those, unfortunately. I thought about doing the Paranid reunification mission on my other save before starting this one and having them start unified. Then I thought, no, I want to do it this way. And I don't know why, and I regret that decision every day. Because for some reason, I never did the Paranid reunification, despite the fact that I was Paranid on my first playthrough. Alright, Laura, take us somewhere safer than this. I don't know quite where I want to go, but this is not exactly a happy place, so let's go somewhere more happy. Teladi's building another factory over here. That's not surprising in the slightest. Teladi has a factory all the way over here. Why the fuck, Teladi, would you do that and fuck up my map? Oh god, whatever. Anyway. How did I find out about this factory anyway? Was one of my ships like, hey, there's a whole parts factory all the way over there. Why don't we go sell something to it? And they flew all the way over there. But there's no, like, it didn't uncover the fog of war or whatever you want to call it, covering that area. So I don't know. Alright. Anyway. Speaking of invading Zyarth, what? You want to invade Zyarth? Oh, thanks for the follow, Harkovs. Sorry, I just saw that. I don't have any of the, like, fancy pop-up things set up, so I just have a feed on my Streamlabs that tells me. Alright, let's see. Which I set up recently because I was like, I never know when anyone's following me, so I'm like, I should set this up. Alright, let's see. Specifically born invading Zyarth, we were talking about something before. What's been keeping you from X4? It's a wonderful game. And maybe try something like I'm doing. I find like doing like I've started doing like challenge runs like this one where I can't have a military, I can't even do any sort of like military action. I can't intentionally go out of my way to kill anyone. I can't build massive defense platforms either. Actually, chat was the one who decided I couldn't intentionally kill someone because I was like, can I do this destroy criminal traffic mission to increase my standing? And they're like, no, you are killing people. That's considered a military action. I was like, damn it. I don't have the time, and when I do, I'm too tired to play. I get that. Next expansion, the update will hopefully make it more accessible, so it would be a good time to start. And I'm guessing you can't explain what makes it more accessible because of reasons. Actually, I think we did talk about the accessibility of the next expansion somewhat. Alright, let's see. Teladi are all the way over in Paradise Space building stuff. You know, I should probably get some more miners going. Do you know what I don't have? I don't have any Terran miners running, do I? Oh, I do have M miners running in Terran Space. Plutuses. I think X4 is pretty accessible since the Terran DLC. I've got 30 million now, what the fuck? If I've got 30 million... Right, no, that's like 150 million to buy that, never mind. There will be updated tutorials and some more fun features in the update for timelines. The DLCs have got better and better game starts for new users, so hopefully timelines will continue the trend. Yeah, I was watching this guy and he started a guided playthrough or whatever in the beginning, and then I don't remember why he said, but he switched over and did a Cradle of Humanity Terran Cadet start. And last time I watched his stream, he started yelling about like how confused he was and how he couldn't understand what he was doing. Like, he loves the game, he thinks it's so fun, but he hates the fact that there's nothing in the game that helps you learn how to do like the more complicated things. Because like, it teaches you the basics, I guess, but it doesn't teach you like how to run the empire, how to set up repeat orders and stuff like that. And that was one of the complaints I heard from that guy, which I do agree. It kind of, for the most part, just throws you out there and it's like, you can trade, you can mine, and doesn't tell you how to set up your NPCs to do it very well. The new tutorials will hopefully address that. Okay, that's good. Yeah, those are definitely valid complaints. And I remember coming from X3 and I came to this game, I was really frustrated in the beginning because I could not figure out how to do basic things. And I don't think it was... I think it was when people started coming into my chat, they started helping me figure out how to do things, because like I'm here like looking for like a best buys locator, best sells locator, and I couldn't find one because I couldn't make a decent profit in the area I was in, because I think there just wasn't any good trades where I was. And I didn't... Or maybe what it was is I switched to being a miner and I started making money that way on my first playthrough. It was rough either way. And then what happened next was a Xenon I decided to start rolling through Trinity Sanctum 3 and destroying everything in sight. Even tooltips are unclear, yeah. Oh yeah, I spent hours reading up how to play X3. Because I originally started with X2, and I was so lost and confused as a kid that I did not know what the fuck I was doing. I enjoyed it, and there were some parts that stood out to me that made me come back later and try X3, and then I played a shit ton of X3. Thousands of hours. I actually like literally, someone asked me how long I've been playing X, and so I like broke down all the hours in all the games I've played. But yeah, it's a lot. I'm just sitting here and the Xenon are just flying by, I guess. Ooh, hello, we've got a Xenon invasion here. A lovely Xenon cake. rolling into Zyra space, ready to tear shit up. That's why they're holding the line. They actually put a defense platform with freaking plasmas on it this time. I've seen so many defense platforms lately that don't have plasmas, and they're like, oh, let me take out the Xenon K with these L beams. And it just does not work. Okay, so this thing is not going towards that station, and that really bothers me. So I would very please stop and go for the station. Thank you so much. I do not want you to go into Teladi space. Yeah, I was really afraid we were gonna have another rampage through Teladi space. But nope, it looks like it's gonna die here. So that's nice.
Split defense platform.
Although if it wouldn't try to hit those medium ships with the plasmas, it would really take out that K a lot faster. Actually, it could just be because it can't reach the K with all the plasmas, because Split have very short range plasma cannons. Actually, it's going to do a lot of damage to this station. Oh, and some of those station modules detonated, probably just took out some of the plasma cannons on it. This might actually be the end of this station. Wait, maybe not. They're shooting now. I don't know why they stopped. See right here, it's shooting at a medium ship instead of shooting at the large. Oh, there we go. Now it's somewhere targeting the large ship. The docking bay, all of the docking on this station is gone now. But that K is not going to survive. Well, at least the station survived to hold the Xenon at bay for a little bit longer. It looks like a face. Someone's like, oh god, I just died. I don't know. But it does look kind of like a face. Was that intentional?
K.
Maybe? You've got like these eyes, nose, and mouth. Anything going on here? It looks kind of like a surprise skeleton or something. Anyway. Okay. Sorry, I have not been keeping up with the chat very well. Yes. There's really one thing I would want is for fleet to respond to attack without having to give order. I would like is that a giant fried space bug? It's a giant fried space machine, but they have very bug-like ship structures for some reason. But
P.
they are completely machines. I don't know why they have a more bug-like structure in this game than in the previous ones, but I actually do prefer this look over the previous ones. But I do like the fighter looks though that they still have.
N.
Because this is what the fighters used to look like, and I feel kind of like the new more buggish shape, kind of contrary to this design, but these are also older Xenon designs and they've updated their designs since then. I guess these were just really functional designs, so they kept them out of convenience. But they do appear to have taken the cockpits out of them because you cannot steal these ships, unfortunately. Because I would love to have a little fleet of Xenon fighters again. Well, I never really had a fleet of them, but I did enjoy using the Xenon fighters from time to time. Honestly surprised it's not getting shot at. Did they take out the It's weird because those black cannons should be shooting at the fighters. Oh, it looks like a slug. Yes, it does kind of look sluggish. Yes, a good fleet response would be good because you can have patrols set up in a sector and you can have the entire sectors covered in satellites and they'll just keep doing their patrol, ignoring anything unless it comes within their personal scanner range, and then it will go after them.
I was asked to drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
But but yeah, I'd also like to see the AI step up their response. I mean, I don't think we can do like a rapid response fleet like X3 had, because those were just kind of spawned in out of nowhere, since this game is more based on an economy. But I would like to see like reserve fleets or something in existence, and like that time when the Xenon pushed through here and started destroying everything here, where they had that IKK group. I would like to see I would love to see like a Xenon fleet maybe hanging out in not a Xenon, some Teladi maybe hanging out in Hiwa's Twin or Arana Masura that's dispatched to be sent to defend that area, because it's like, oh, all of our space stations are being destroyed right now. That's not good. We should do something about that. Instead, I actually saw them build one destroyer over here and they shipped it this way. And what else they also did is I watched them take a fleet of destroyers over here, send it up through this gate, and attack this Xenon station right here, and they all got destroyed. Instead of sending it over here and protecting the hundreds of people who were, well, actually thousands, because those were L ships, of people who were just being slaughtered by the Xenon. Name your wish list flyable Xenon ships in order. Xenon I, Xenon K, Xenon L doesn't exist anymore, so I guess not that one. It's a Xenon N now, or M? I can't remember which one it is now.
Entering system.
Xenon P, I actually like the old Xenon P design more, but this one's kind of cool still. Alright, let's see. Sorry, I'm responding to a message. Another thing that I think would be nice is, it may just be because I've got low graphics settings, but these reflections, while they're really awesome, can sometimes really get in the way. Like, I like having the reflections there because I tried turning them off and it just didn't feel right. But sometimes the reflections, like in some areas, like in the what do you call it, Zareth Dominion area, where you've got the star being sucked into the black hole, that area can be like really just completely blinding. Both just looking at the sun can be blinding, and also having that reflection on the glass is blinding as well, because you just can't see through the reflection at all. But it looks really good in most instances. It's just certain areas you just can't see. He's like that right there. I love that little reflection right there. I think that's really cool, and being able to rotate and see it move. But some like really bright things like planets and stars that are close up really just completely blind you.
Entering system. Profit center.
The AI
Alpha.
chasing is crappy as well. They set a waypoint, and when they reach it, they will set a new one at the location of the target. Yes, that is true. I mean, in general, right now, I think a lot of the pathing and AI movement stuff is just really bad. And that's because they switched, oh, thanks for the follow, Danny. Can't quite see the end of your name because there's something overlapping it on my feed. I think it's Belusi. But yes, regarding the Xenon names, you were confused, but it's easy. S is an M, a S fighter is an S, is a M minor. I mean, right.
Awaiting order.
S is a M, is a S fighter, and S is an M minor. Yeah, you typed that wrong, but yes, the Xenon S is an M minor, and the Xenon M is an S fighter. That is a good point. Too bad we don't have the Xenon L anymore. Ojifuku Hiro Whisser Passer. Okay, who is attacking the Teladi over here? And how is this station doing build-wise? We're making great progress. Oh yeah, that's right, the S is more bug-like too. Yeah, and the M and N are more retro Xenon. I think it would be kind of cool to see some of the... Well, I guess it wouldn't make sense because the old ones would have been destroyed. And I never was a big fan of the old Xenon destroyers. Except for the I, the old I was pretty cool still. But the J and the K, they just... That design just didn't do it for me. It just seemed like they were just hunks of metal thrown together, even worse than... Who the hell is that?
Pegasus.
Is that who I think that
Vanguard,
is? Is that, Fallen Families right there?
Rattlesnake.
Raiding Party Rattlesnake. That's Fallen Families. Are you shitting me right now? Does this station have no defenses?
Defense drone.
Oh my god. Why is it not shooting back?
Teladi Wharf.
But yeah, oh, the defense module's right there. It's been destroyed. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm talking about. It's going to launch defense drones. The defense drones aren't going to do shit against that destroyer. Why does this thing have no more defenses? I kind of wish I could put my own build orders on NPC ships. Oh, there's another defense platform on the other side. That's why it's not attacking. It can't reach. Actually, it can't even see it. But yeah. Because of what I know, the Teladi are just going to sit here and let this happen when they could easily send a fleet over here or a big squadron of fighters and take that thing out. Like, I have seen Xenon send ships in, send Ks in while I'm destroying their ships. But yeah, this one destroyer is about to destroy this entire station. Because nobody's going to come in and defend it. I mean, the only hope we have is that these defense drones can do something about it. But I don't think there's going to be enough forces showing up to do anything. Oh, wait. We've got a single gunship coming in.
Peregrine. Sentinel.
I actually have not seen the Peregrine very much. It does have a good look, and I kind of want to use it someday, but I just haven't. But yeah, this ship's just going to get shredded by that rattlesnake. Unless it's too distracted by the station it's destroying. But once it destroys that build module... Oh, it's on the storage module, never mind. Once it destroys that storage module, there's just going to be nothing left. Although this thing does have plasmas. So maybe there's hope. Wait, no, those aren't plasmas. Those are torpedo launchers. But does it not have any torpedoes left? Because I didn't see... Oh, it launched the torpedoes. I just didn't see them launch. Okay, so it might actually do some good damage then. I stand corrected.
Peregrine. Sentinel.
But yeah, I mean, if there was some sort of response force to attacks, I think that would be a lot better because, like I'm saying, this one pirate ship is going to potentially take out this entire station. Although this thing is actually doing quite a bit of damage to us, so maybe there is hope. There it goes, shooting 2 more torpedoes. Oh, wait, the AI will shoot torpedoes and turn back and stay out of range? I thought I've seen them just fly straight in before.
Rattlesnake.
Okay, so I guess there is hope because it just happened to be equipped with torpedo launchers. Or maybe that was before 6.0, because I know 6.0, I think it was, or something before 6.0, changed AI behavior on how close they get to things before destroying, before turning back, or these destroyers don't suicide on stations like they used to. So maybe that was changed since then. So that actually makes me want to make some torpedo forces now. Except I can't on this playthrough because I'm not allowed to have military. But yeah. I've spent far too long staring at the Peregrine. Oh yeah, Q was a good one too. I've read they're boardable in X3, but it takes maxed out Marines, yes. What was funny is I did not do a lot of boarding on X3 because I hated the boarding system. And because of that, I had some kind of funny things happen. Like when I boarded my P, I lost the majority of my Marines because I had a crap ton of Marines on this one, I think it was in a destroyer or something. I don't remember what I was in, but it was a reasonably large ship. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. That it was a M7M because that's where we shoot Marines from. That's right. So I launched a bunch of Marines, not remembering the fact that M6s have a very small personnel capacity, and so wow, one of those torpedoes missed. Don't torpedoes lock on? Or I guess they have very slow turning, so they can't do that much. But yeah, that one Peregrine is going to save this thing. It looks like the main guns may have been taken out. Oh, are the engines gone? I am unable to target the engine. Oh, it's at 6%. Yeah, they must have just repaired it to 6% because it's not functioning at all. So that thing's just stuck dead in the water. So they actually did take it out. But yeah, they only took it out because that one Peregrine showed up. They didn't send any other destroyers. They didn't send any large forces. They just have... Oh, they did send a few extra fighters, but you know, and there's all these defense drones. But I would expect, you know, in reality, they would have sent a larger force. They would have maybe like a group of 20 fighters or something they would send from another sector as at least a vanguard for destroyers coming in for larger ships or something, you know what I mean? But sometimes they'll just sit there and they'll never send anything. Like when the IKK group came through here that one time and started destroying everything. The Argon sent 2 destroyers, but I didn't see a single destroyer from the Teladi the entire time, and it was there for hours. I saw one Teladi destroyer built here, and it went through this gate and ignored the Xenon, which granted, I get why you'd want to ignore the IKK group because it's suicide, but still. Let's see, all I want...
Explosion imminent.
I should probably back up before I get blown away.
Hull damage.
Yep, I was too close and took damage. I did hit reverse though, and probably took less damage. Anyway, all I want from an expansion is AI improvements. Capital ships are now programmed to stay upright, which makes them maneuver way too much instead of firing. Oh, is that why they maneuver so much? Because sometimes it does seem a little annoying getting them to do things. That being said, I'm pretty excited for the Argon and Teladi cap ship models. Oh yes, I am very excited for those. They look gorgeous. And I love what they've done with the new,
Pegasus.
I don't know why I'm
Vanguard.
doing it this way, but I am.
Hello there.
I love the, L weapons on the... Oops. I did not mean to check that, but whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. I've been playing this game long enough. I'm not going to accidentally jump in my spacesuit. I just always feel nervous about closing confirmation boxes for some reason. But I guess I don't have to worry about it now because I accidentally did it. And now one day I'm going to regret that because I'm accidentally going to hit it. But whatever. Oh wait, so now I can just... That's cool. Okay. I kind of wish I did that a long time ago.
Docking granted.
Oh yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I think the only reason that Peregrine even
Teladi Ward.
did anything is because it just happened to be in this sector, and that wasn't even Teladi Company. That was Ministry of Finance. But yeah. Let's see. Okay, good. I did unmute. Actually, you know, one thing I probably should do is I should check to see if it dropped anything I might want. It did not. Damn it. I was hoping for maybe a, that's all the storage stuff that got destroyed. I was hoping for maybe a damaged singularity engine time accelerator, but I'm not getting one of those, I guess.
Pegasus. Vanguard.
But yeah, let's see. But yeah, I sometimes will sit there and reinforce AI fleets on, or at least help them, because I know they won't do it themselves. Oh, I was just thinking that it got bought out and I forgot that the station's not built yet.
Requesting permission to dock.
Wait, what is that?
Mission granted.
Oh, that's Advanced Electronics. I found myself more and more wanting to build advanced electronics around docking areas because they just look so cool. And you get to see them more that way. Whoops, don't go there. That's a waste of your time. Alright, anyway. Wait, this thing does have a build ship attached to it, right? Because I am not seeing one. No builders assigned. Wait, or is that the wrong factory? That is not the wrong factory. Why is there no builder assigned? Oh, was this the one that where the Teladi were attacking the build? Wait, I'm looking at the wrong damn sector, aren't I? I am looking at the wrong damn sector. That would explain why there's no builder. There's my builder. Oh god, I'm hopeless. Yeah. Oh, you mean the old X4 models? I thought you meant the old X3 or X2 models. I actually would love to see some of the old X2 models come back. They had some really good ship models. Hey, Galloping Idiot, how are you doing today? Or am I supposed to respond by Galloping idiot. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Sorry, just amusing myself. You probably all thought it was stupid, but that's fine. I think people who follow me expect bad jokes from me anyway, so that's just typical. By the way, for the record, for those of you who are new, I will pop out puns and random horrible jokes that come into my weird head on occasion. Maybe sometimes a little too often. And that's just something you're going to have to deal with if you're here, so I'm sorry. From a shed to a pod? You mean like one of those pod, like, living areas? Or like a pod, like, storage area? Because I've heard they're starting to make, like, the pod, apartments in, the US now. Storage, okay. Alright. Right, I forgot about the highway being there. So that'll redirect us that way. Alright, let's see. I have all these defense station build missions that I'm waiting until I can afford to build them. And that may be a while. Actually, I could afford to build one now. So that's a Tickfa's Choice 3. What about the... Oh, I'm auto-saving. That's why it's not clicking very well. The only problem with building the one in Tickfa's Choice 2 is I'm not allowed to have a military, and thus I can't very well protect the station I'm building. But it would be really good to have a defense station next to that gate. Because if the station that's currently defending gets destroyed...
Entering system. Right promise.
That's going to be a problem. It's going to cost me a lot to build that too. That also means I will have to
Entering system. Trinity
buy
Sanctum.
blueprints, so I need to get Teladi plasma cannons, which would look cool coming from an Argon-owned state. Well, a Teladi designed Argon-owned station. See, if I'm making an Argon defense platform, I need to have the defense platform modules upright normally, because the Ks like to attack from above, the Is like to attack from below, and the Teladi defense modules have more guns on the bottom than on the top, so that'll work good. Many hugs for storage, okay. Also played with cats and dogs. Well, that sucks they have to do that. I'm guessing they're moving into a smaller place or something. I've also heard about some people are actually trying to live out of storage pods. Which is also horrible. Remove stuff from a shed. So I guess they had a house and now they don't have a house. That's horrible. Especially in this economy. Kind of accepted the fact that I will never own a house. Basically gonna be stuck renting for life, which is not a happy idea, but it's just how it is, I guess. Alright, let's see. Okay, I just had thoughts on what I was gonna do and they just slipped out of my head.
Awaiting orders.
He was twin. Up here is where I want to go to Iranamasura, so let's dock at Iranamasura. After we just flew here. Let's see, external view.
High-tech factory.
There we go. And we have something assembling probably somewhere. We're building this module right here. This whole parts module. Did I build that at an angle? I meant to. It looks straight up and down. I don't know. Maybe it's slightly at an. I can't tell. From some angles. Oh, I think I remember. It did something weird and it made my entire station slightly tilted. I think it was when I placed these
Entering system.
solar power
Right
plants and
promise.
made them made them the starting station because that's what I like to. That's what I tend to do a lot because I like to have my solar panels actually facing the local star. Because I'm a weirdo like that, but yeah. I need to also probably start investing in some worker stuff. But the stations I'm building now, I can't afford the worker modules that could actually support them. Oh, you're new to this game? It looks cool. Like new as in you've never seen this game before, or new as in you've been trying to play this game, or you got this game already and are kind of lost in it like most people who started are. But this game is really cool. It's very high empire management kind of thing, very complicated. And if it's something you're interested in, you're welcome to ask any questions you want to learn more about it. I'm totally happy to help new players learn how to play it too, if it's something you want to try out. It is very complicated and can be very confusing for new players, but it looks like they're trying to work on that, at least somewhat, in the next update. You have to talk to an honest mortgage company to get a good mortgage, and it's blind luck to get the right mortgage company. Yeah. I don't know where you are, Igloo, but where I live right now, home ownership basically amounts to being able to have $1 million, because where I live, houses basically aren't under $1 million, and I just can't pay for something like that. I don't even know if I could keep up with payments for something like that. So most of the people who own housing here, I think they just pass it down to other people in their family. Because pretty much no one except for like the people who make like shit tons of money can afford it. Yeah, it really does. It's partially because here where I am in the San Francisco Bay Area, there's so many like major tech companies, and you know, these people who work at tech companies are making like $400,000 a year or whatever, and so anyone who's not like making that much basically can't own a house because the pricing is based on those kinds of people, and it basically screws everyone else over. At least that's my understanding of it. But because of how much money the tech people make, I know that because of that, everything else has gone up in price. Because they knew they could, you know, make more money off of these people because they're making shit tons. And that's part of why there's so many homeless people here. Like, there's people with full-time jobs who are living in their car. It's ridiculous. Because they can't even afford rent. Let's put it this way. I lived in an apartment, what was it? 3 years ago, I lived in this apartment. It was $1,800 a month. And you could go into the kitchen in the middle of the night and literally count over 50 cockroaches. The place was completely infested with cockroaches, and they did not do much about it or anything. And it's like you get it treated, and they would disappear for like a month, and then they just come right back in. And depending on which neighbors you had kind of determined how many you got. Because I noticed my upstairs neighbor moved out and they almost disappeared. And then my new upstairs neighbor moved in and they were everywhere. It was just completely out of control. Okay, so if you have Eve, I've heard some people describe this game as Eve offline. It's kind of like, I mean, I guess I haven't done much Eve. I just didn't get into it. But this is kind of like Eve if you were like the owner of a company and all your NPC characters are, I guess, other players in Eve. But you're kind of commanding them, telling them all what they need to do, what they need to mine, and all that stuff. You're building space stations. Like this space station right here is currently under construction. And the economy is intentionally built or spawned in at the start of each game with holes in the economy so that the player can easily get into the economy and make money and build up. Well, I actually don't mind MMO. Well, actually, I think I like older MMOs. I never got into the whole daily thing that a lot of games do these days. But yeah, I think part of the reason why I had such a bad experience with Eve is this guy tried to get me into it, and he basically threw me the top ship that I could get in my interest area of ships on a free account. And then he took me to stuff that was way above my level, and basically I just got to watch him shoot stuff, and I'm just like, this is boring. Then when he wasn't around, I went and tried doing stuff on my own, and I enjoyed it for a bit, but it just got old really quick because Eve wasn't really meant to be played solo, right? So, and I'm not really into like PvP stuff, and I guess that probably is another reason I didn't get into Eve, because I like being a nice person and helping people, and that's just kind of my way of doing things, I guess. Even in like PvP games, I usually play like, if there's a healer option, I usually take that because I like to help people more than kill them, I guess. Also, I'm not a very good shot as well. I have terrible accuracy, and then I have this involuntary wrist twitch, which actually sometimes gives me better accuracy, oddly enough, because I have had the occasional headshot kill because my wrist twitched and I hit the person I wasn't aiming at, which is kind of funny, but yeah. Yeah, exactly, Harkovs. That's like how it is. I remember one of my coworkers was telling me that she had a house here, like in this area, like 30 years ago, and she sold it, and she's so mad that she sold it because it's over $1 million now. Yeah, I did see one thing about the buying stuff with real money thing, an argument that I kind of agree with in some ways, as long as it like doesn't give you any like gameplay power over someone else. I don't really care, because if you're like kind of like cosmetics and stuff, like if it's just cosmetic and someone else can work for it in game, and then you can just buy it, because a lot of people with jobs just don't have the time to like grind stuff out like that. But if it actually like makes you stronger and you can just buy it right off, I don't quite feel that's right, you know? But games where it's like you can just buy cosmetics, I mean, while it's not something that really interests me that much, I guess if it makes someone who doesn't have a lot of time to play the game happy, why not? I was just funding the 1% of people with a trillion ISK to give them free game time. That's why I stopped playing MMOs. Selling free game time. Huh. Yeah, I remember there was something about that you could make money and buy the like higher end ship time stuff or whatever. Monthly or whatever. Is it Nister? Did Nister do it? Was it fun? I bet it was really fun. Oh, welcome in, Moroon. I just noticed you followed. Thank you. Hi there. I'm a nice and quiet lurker, just like to say hello back to Lurk. Well, hello there. You're welcome to be nice and quiet. If you ever want to change that, though, you're totally welcome to talk. I enjoy talking for some reason, even though I'm shy as fuck in person. But yeah. I actually feel like this stream I've been doing a lot more talking than I have been doing actually playing. But I think that's partially because right now where I am, I'm trying to wait for this station and see how it goes. Rather than do more stuff. I think what I normally do in my other saves is I do like military stuff while I wait for things to build. And since I've banned myself from doing military stuff on this one, I kind of don't know what to do during some of the slower downtimes on construction stuff. So, but yeah, welcome on in. Have a nice, I hope you enjoy whatever I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like, there are some aspects of it, like, I agree with. And some that I don't. Like, in one way, I hate it because it's like the whole microtransactions thing is just like, feels like a very like capitalist grab. On the other end, I feel like it also brings some people who don't have a lot of time a little joy in their lives, you know what I mean? I have X4 open now. I'd rather just chat because I really would rather relax and watch the game. Yeah, I know a lot of, I think a lot of people who come into my chat actually are playing X4 while they watch me play X4 and are also actively chatting, which I think is kind of cool. Because that's one nice thing about X4 is it's not intense unless you want it to be. Or unless the Xenon come into a sector and you're like, oh shit, all my stuff is going to be destroyed now. But yeah, in a lot of ways, it can be a very relaxed game, which I think is part of what I enjoy about it. It's very like mentally stimulating, but for the most part, you can take it at whatever pace you want to. Like, I know some people like to do a lot of piracy and like shoot up in the money with how much money they have really fast through piracy, which would probably help this playthrough a lot. But that's just, I actually, what the fuck are you doing all the way out there? Why is it going all the way out here to mine? I find a different spot, damn it. Is there should be some way to like restrict your ships from going long distance out like that, because that is ridiculous. I even like put resource probes in this sector to say, hey, this looks like a good mining spot. Why don't you mine over here? And they're going to be like, oh, I want to mine out over here so far that it's actually going to make the map, like collapse the map in upon itself to actually show me all the way out there. And I've never seen that before. I've never seen them try to mine this far out except for this save. I've seen them like fly across the universe to go mine in some weird spot, but I've never seen that before. But I keep finding them trying to mine over here in 18 billion, and I don't know if there's just really good minerals out there or what's going on. Yeah, and that's another thing for like more like indie game companies. I feel better about like downloadable content and stuff and microtransactions, because I know that they don't have the money to easily fully fund the game themselves, and that these help them make the game and keep it working. And that's part of why when it's like an indie game, I am more likely to drop extra money on it than for like a AAA game. AAA game, you've got microtransactions. I won't even look at them because I just don't care. But like, if it's something I love, I will drop extra money on it in some cases just to support them. Like, I remember, what was it? I remember one of my favorite bands was struggling during COVID. They're a small indie band, and they all had like separate jobs that they did on top of the music they make, because they're not big enough to make enough music. And on their Facebook, they were talking about how difficult things were, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize you guys were struggling so much. And then I went to their merch page and I bought like 3 items. Almost every MMO I can think of has added microtransactions. Yeah, I also haven't found an MMO in a long time that I liked. Like, let's see, the MMOs I really liked when I was younger were like Guild Wars 1. I never tried Guild Wars 2 because they basically took everything I liked about Guild Wars 1 and stomped on it. EverQuest I played, actually before Guild Wars 1, I played that a lot. And then I played Vanguard Saga of Heroes, which I liked a lot. And now I am waiting on Pantheon, which is made by the same people who made Vanguard, to come out, and it's taking them quite a while, but I think that's because they don't have a lot of funding and they've got a small team, because it's kind of an indie company that jumped off of an indie company that kind of failed. Because with Vanguard, they made an amazing game, but it had some major issues like a memory leak that would cause it to crash every like half hour to 2 hours, but it was still an amazing game at that time. And then they eventually, I forgot what happened to them exactly, but something went wrong and they lost a lot of money and had to sell the rights to the game to Sony Online Entertainment. And Sony Online Entertainment just like fixed like the major issues and then just let it slowly decay over time while they milked it for money. But yeah. Yeah, that's probably true. I really don't. And I guess it's also probably a sign of how things have changed over time, because like back in the day, game development worked fine. You could sell a CD for like $30 or whatever, and people would buy it, and that was enough to be able to make the next game or whatever. But probably nowadays, with all the added technology and increase of demand for like higher detail and like visual detail and content and stuff, I feel like it probably is very expensive, because you have to have the resources to be able to do that. You have to put in extra work to be able to do that. So that actually makes a lot of sense, and that's not something I really ever thought about that much, but yeah. Now people want eternal updates and content, yeah. But one thing I really don't like, I guess mostly, is like the bigger, well, actually in some ways I do like that the bigger game companies are like just repeating the same game over and over. Like Call of Duty, from what I understand, is basically the same as it's been for years, although some people, I guess they really like it, so they keep buying the new ones. I personally got tired of it really quickly. But like some game companies are doing that. A lot of like AAA game companies don't seem to have any interest in trying to experiment with new ideas or try new things, although I have seen some that have. Like I remember Anthem was a really cool concept. It had some issues with it, and it was actually a really fun game, I thought, despite those issues. And they did not quite deliver on what they were trying to. And I even watched like a video about like how like all the different things that they had to deal with. And that was actually an example of a cool concept that did not pan out. But I mean, I feel like if AAA companies tried to like step out of their comfort zone and do more interesting things that they've never done before, try new things, that I'd be more willing to actually look at AAA companies and be like, hey, I want to buy this. Instead, I mostly just ignore them because I keep seeing like repeats of stuff and it just doesn't. AAA games are too expensive to take risks. Well, I've also heard that, you know, like AAA studios often don't treat their like workers as well as like a lot of indie companies do, although I guess the indie companies probably have to treat their workers well because that's one thing they'll get at an indie company that they won't get at a AAA company, because the indie company probably can't provide some of the benefits that a AAA can. But yeah. But yeah, I get that like they're maybe too expensive to take risks, but have they ever thought about not putting that much money into a game and still taking a risk? I don't know. It's like, take Egosoft, for example. They're able to make games that people spend thousands of hours on. And they do it, and they're not AAA. And as far as I know, there is no other game that is in the same genre as X. Yeah, exactly. It makes them not interesting to me as well. I mean, there's the occasional ones that I'll try out, but almost every AAA game I have tried recently, I've gotten bored of in like a week. And they just don't do it for me, you know? Which I guess is a good thing, because it ends up I'm supporting these awesome indie game devs like developers like Egosoft. Want some story time with Nister? Sure, I'll take some story time with Nister. Nister always has interesting stories. Once upon a time in a game development company far, far away, there was a Nister. Egosoft has like one graphics designer, one person for AI, and that's not his full-time job. Okay, I didn't know that. Not true, but it's not far off. It probably was true maybe not that long ago, though, Nister. Maybe? Because I remember you saying that before X4 that the team was like, what, 20 people, and now it's 40 or something like that? Or am I mean, I'm sure at one point that is what it was. But yeah. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was trying to do at this point. I am standing in front of this faction representative because I wanted to buy blueprints for weapons to stick on. Why do I have pulse turret? Oh, impulse turret. Okay, that makes sense. I want L plasma. Okay, I must have bought that. Oh yes, because I put L plasmas on one of my stations. So never mind. I guess I already have that shield generators. Sure. And sure. Yeah, Egosoft's grown significantly in the last few years. Not sure what the total head count is. Well, X4 hired a full-time 3D model designer since they released the game, or the last guy just wasn't as good. But also, graphics designer is a weird phrase. Do you mean 3D artist? In which case, 5 or 6. Yeah, I kind of feel like this game would have taken more like, what do you call it? Star Citizen level, time levels to like release if, or time frame to release if they only had a single part-time 3D designer. Not that I know that much about the job. I just feel like it would take a long time with only one person working part-time. I don't need engines yet. So, is there anything else I should buy? Don't need ships yet because I can't build them yet. How much does the wharf cost again? 116. That's a little less than I was thinking. You're just at the part where they show off the carrier. One thing I hate is for some reason some of these emotes just do not show up on my stream, and I have to open up Twitch on my phone to actually see what they are. The stream manager. That's one of the typical Twitch ones. Why did that not show up? Which actually reminds me I should probably go back and see what those other ones were from earlier. Okay, it won't go back past Nister's keyboard vomit is what I'm going to call that. Oh, I could actually afford Teladi out biome now. Oh, I can't open encyclopedia from here. Storage, I own all of those. Production. I just want to get a should probably get field coil and wait. Oh, right, that's engine part. Okay, field coil and shield production. At some point, maybe. Electronics might be good too. God damn it, so many blueprints to buy. So little cash. They look like actual alien ships. Yeah, they do. I will say for like the Argon and the Terran ships, I feel like those are very fitting of ships that I feel like humans would make. The split ships also kind of feel like something that a human might make, but at a slight stretch, I guess. The Teladi definitely feel alien, and the Paranid definitely feel alien. And like you said, the Boron definitely feel alien. And I kind of feel like the what is the Xenon making bug-like ships kind of feels right in a way. Because I feel like, you know, like insects with their harder exoskeleton, I mean, they've survived through so much, you know? There are insects that can survive a lot of things, and I just feel like it's very, like, an insect-like body or structure or whatever just feels like a very functional thing. Or something, I guess. I don't know. Oh, at first I thought you were saying that to like dodge around the fact that you work for Egosoft and that you were just like, oh, I've been following them very closely. And I was like, yeah, you have. Oh, I just saw what Harkov said, so it's a little closer. I mean, it's a little closer. What the fuck am I saying? It's a little more understandable why you worded it that way now. But yeah, Nister is a game dev for Egosoft. I send him all my bugs. Send him all your X bugs. He loves getting bugs about X. He loves it so much. He actually tells me all the time, stop. Well, I guess he hasn't said in a while, but he used to, I could swear he used to say, stop breaking my game. But when I mention it now, he says that it's not his game. Maybe it was just that he was saying, stop breaking the game. I don't know. But I was in this one guy's stream of X the other day, and he was having this weird problem, and Nister was saying that it was, okay, it must have been the game, and I just remembered my game. I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, and he said that the guy was getting the bug because I was there. Right, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy this, whatever.
Profit to you.
Wait, I don't think I actually selected it, did I? I did not. Whatever, I don't need it. Well, maybe. Do I want the Teladi to have more shield generators? That is probably a really nice thing for the not open market profit center. Okay, let's check. Well, this one's probably struggling now because it just got blown to fuck. No shield components, no missile components. That's not very reflective of probably how it is because that actually is from damage. Although this one has shield components, so maybe that's not a good thing. They are dropping in food and medical supplies. Maybe I should provide some food and medical supplies. How are you doing food and medical supplies wise? Doing alright on medical supplies, not so good on food. Yep, it's all Nestor. He's the only game dev for Egosoft. He does it all. That's why it has so many issues with it, because there's only one guy doing all of this. Yep. Anyway, story time. I worked at this large studio, 250 people approximately, who were a first-party development studio for one of the big publishers. We were actually working on a reboot of an existing IP, but the franchise was canceled years before because there were two franchises in the same area and there was market saturation. The official line internally was that they would not reboot it unless there was something genuinely new and interesting, so we spent years working on a prototype. On prototypes. I see. And made some rather major changes. The basic premise was still the same, but it was a major risk. I don't know what I could/should say, but it was a massive risk. They poured a lot of money into it. Yeah. And in a way, I feel like X Rebirth was probably similar to that. I mean, you guys took a completely different direction, and I know it did not work out that well. But I know there were also old X fans like myself who did not refund the game after not liking it, because I remember hearing that with how badly the game turned out, that Steam was allowing refunds for it. And I think back then they were very not friendly in the refund department, rather. I can't think of how to properly say that, so we're just going to go with that. But yeah, I remember when I said that to someone, they were like, wow, that must have been bad. But yeah, I decided not to refund X Rebirth simply because, I mean, most games I get, I play for like maybe 300 hours or something. But with X3, I had like 3,000 hours, so I figured it was worth the extra, you know, game purchase, even though I didn't like it. But yeah, and I was hoping that, you know, maybe my money would help them do better on the next game. And they definitely did better on the next game. Although some people really did like X Rebirth, so I guess it's just the way it wasn't quite my style, but also I kept hitting these really game-breaking bugs, so there was that too. Yeah, it was. I was kind of thinking, I know a lot of people were thinking Baldur's Gate 3 was not going to turn out very well, but it did quite well. Oh, we still have more. In the end, it was actually relatively successful. The problem was, though, that the bigger the company, studio, publisher, the more money they need to make back for the shareholder, etc. So they could spend the money on multiple smaller projects, but the potential return on investment for those is much lower, so they tend to spend large amounts of money and hope for large amounts of profits. I see. I'm not even going to pretend to understand like the whole shareholder shit, or like I understand the whole shareholder shit thing, but because I definitely don't. But I maybe just don't have shareholders. I don't know. But yeah, it really very much feels to me like the big game companies of the past used to make games and you could like tell that they put their heart into it, and nowadays AAA game companies just don't seem like they put their heart into it anymore. It's more like something they just are doing because they get paid for it and that's what they need to do to live. And then you get like these indie games and you can tell they put their heart into it. Like Ubisoft, you can tell they love what they've made. Or maybe not love, maybe they don't all love it, but you can tell that they really care about it. I mean, hell, Nestor was telling me about how X3 Reunion, he had to go back and fix something for the Linux version because it wouldn't run. And that game was, what, over a decade old? And they're still trying to keep it running?
Pegasus. Vanguard.
I don't think a AAA company would do that. And there's AAA companies that just make it where you can no longer play their games anymore. I think almost everyone at Ubisoft is passionate about X, and it fucking shows, doesn't it? You don't see games like this every day. Oh right, I'm not in this sector, I can't look at it. Let's try live view then. Why can't I live stream view? Oh, I'm probably... No, I should have good enough standing with Teladi to live stream view it, even though it's not in scanner range for me. Whatever. Alright, so I was going to see about building this station. Let's see. So why am I all the way down there? I need to be over here. So they want the station right next to the gate. If Xenon Capitals come through, that station is going to be utterly wrecked. So chat, since I'm not allowed to do military actions, am I allowed to leave a L transport, sit in an L transport next to the station I'm building just to take out, defend the station during construction from Xenon fighters, or am I not permitted to do that? Because that could be considered affecting the war between them and could be considered a military action. I think that would be the case. I think it is probably too much of a military action for me to proceed with, in which case I should probably wait on construction until the Argonne have a fleet over here to defend the gate, and then I can start building. Obviously, some people in any industry who only started as a job, game dev in general, has more people who want to make games than perhaps other industries. Yeah, I think wait, sorry. Shareholders are the death of so many companies. When profit becomes the only objective a company suffers, and you see it just becomes a cash cow. Yeah, I feel like that's happened to pretty much every major gaming company. They just feel like they're only about churning out as many games as possible with little concern for quality. And I kind of feel like that's part of what happened to Anthem, which I was saying that I really liked, is despite them trying something new that's never been done before, you know? And the game, honestly, I think felt good, aside from the fact that it had a lot of lag issues and stuff. It wasn't very stable. No, I guess it was stable because it didn't really crash, but it had a lot of issues. But anyway, I feel like that's part of what happened to that game, because I remember watching this video explaining what happened to that game, and I believe part of it was that they changed the code on it. They didn't quite know what they were doing with the game, kept going back and forth. They had like a at least somewhat hard deadline they had to meet and stuff, and I feel like some of that stuff is like what's causing some of these problems, is like putting in those deadlines and like pushing your workers too much. And I think the indecisiveness probably hurt that one too. But I feel like if an indie dev tried to do that, they probably would have pulled it off better, because they would have probably been more on the idea of it'll release when it's ready. Because I feel like more indie games tend to do that now. Maybe I'm wrong on that. And again, a lot of indie games tend to pop out early access so that they can finish the game. But yeah. Yeah, well, there are obviously some people in the niche, right? You already said that. Even in AAA game studios, well, yeah, I know there are definitely some people in AAA game studios that are passionate about what they're doing, but I know that there's also definitely a lacking of that, I guess. I work on rather simple software for a Medicaid company. I don't see the impact myself personally. There is no game I can boot up to and test. Yeah. I work in a hospital laboratory. I don't see any of the impact that my work does. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. I do, in some cases, see the patient's lab values improve over time. There are some people who I've seen like in really horrible condition based on the lab values for like weeks, because I keep seeing the same patient's name for a while. And sometimes I notice that they're no longer there, and I hope that it's because they got better and not because they died. But there's also times I've been in the right area enough to actually watch their because there's different areas in the lab that I get cycled through, but there's sometimes I've been in the right area enough to actually watch a patient like plummet to really dangerous levels, kind of plateau and start climbing back up, and then, you know, weeks down the road I don't see the patient's name anymore on my list, and I'm like, yes. But yeah, with some larger I guess workplaces, it can be difficult to see like your impact. I've been on the other side now, being rather jaded and cynical, but at the same time still very keen on doing game dev. I have very complicated views on these things. Yes, I am sure you probably do. And you probably know, well, you definitely know much more about it than I do, because mine is kind of based on assumptions and such. Hold on.
Is that the best you can do?
Sorry, something came up and I have to go for a few hours. I will probably be back later today. If not, then probably later tonight. I hope you all enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you next time. Have a lovely day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Let's see. I think there's another guy who is playing X right now that I saw. I saw him earlier. Let's see if he's still playing. He is not. Let's see. Let's see, that guy, he's playing X, but he speaks mostly German, and I don't think a lot of you speak German, at least from what little I don't know. It didn't make much sense, but I said, I was going to say from what little I know, and then I was like, actually, I really don't know. There's this one guy playing No Man's Sky. I guess it's still a space game. We could go for that. Actually, let's see if there's someone else playing something that someone I don't know playing something. Wow, there's 60 people playing. Oh, that's because of that German guy and me, it looks like. Let's see. I've never seen this guy before. Holy shit, that guy has a lot of... Oh, those are laser towers, never mind. Let's see. Those people I've looked at before, they're pretty boring, to be honest. They don't talk at all and don't even interact with you. Here's a guy who looks like he probably interacts. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna glance at his stream real quick, see if he looks interesting. If not, we'll raid the other guy. Let's see, Twitch. And of course, I've got to wait through an ad. God damn it. It's only got 2 viewers. But I like to make sure I'm sending my viewers to someone at least interesting. Come on, ad. You've got 4 more seconds. Hurry the fuck up. I need to get going. He's actually talking. That's a good sign. Alright, so let's see if I can... How do I rate someone I don't know? Alright, let's see. Let's see, I don't know if this guy's really interesting, I guess, but I don't really have that much time to find out. He's playing X and he actually talks and it's in English, so that should be a good, or definitely better place to go. Anyway, I hope you all have fun over at his place. And I think I'm going to be gone for at least a couple hours. I might come back on maybe in a couple hours, maybe a little longer. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to go ahead and send you over.